Custom GPTs really showcase the power and the possibility and the capabilities of ChatGPT, of using AI to essentially clone yourself. So a custom GPT is you creating basically a mini ChatGPT that is only trained to do what you tell it to do. This sounds like it's a very complicated process that's going to take a long time. We're going to break it down into very simple steps so that you can get this done in about 10 minutes. Now, my view on AI, and this comes from 2 years of building stuff for other companies, is you want to be as specific as possible with its usage. So if you think of yourself, if you think of what you do every day, you kind of have different hats that you wear. You're a parent, you're a spouse, you're a friend, you're a business owner, you're a salesperson, you're a marketer, you're a manager, all those things within every bucket of your life. And we want to build custom GPTs just like that. So what I like to do is I like to build a custom GPT that only handles content, meaning it's going to write my social media posts, my blogs, my emails, and anything else like that. And then I like to create a technical, task-specific custom GPT. So for me, I own a gym. I have a couple of these. We have a nutrition coaching GPT that creates nutrition plans for clients based on the information that we give it. And then we have a training program GPT, which writes personal training programs for clients per the information that we give it. Now, within your business, there's going to be technical specific things. You do not want to try and build a custom GPT that does everything for your business. If it tries to do everything, it's not going to do anything well. So we want to be as specific as possible. So I'm going to show you at first how to build a personal content GPT, but I need you to do one thing for me. I need you to compile a document of your previous content. Content can be anything. It can be Facebook posts, it can be Instagram captions, it can be blogs, it can be emails, it can be notes to yourself that you wrote that you never actually turned into anything. But I want you to create a document of like 10 to 12 pieces of content that you've written and save it as a PDF. You don't have to do anything else. That will make sense later on. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to build a content-specific custom GPT. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to build a technical-specific GPT with an example from my business. Okay, to build our custom GPT, the first thing we're going to do is go to the ChatGPT homepage. Once we're there on the left-hand sidebar, you're going to see this little box about midway through. It's going to say Explore GPTs. We're going to click on that, and then in that upper right-hand corner, there's a big white box or black or green box if you don't have it on dark mode that says Create. We're going to click that. It's going to take you to a split screen like this. There's going to be two options for you. There's going to be Create and Configure. When you go into the Create side, it's really where you build your GPT by having a conversation with ChatGPT. So really, you don't want to start on the Create side. You want to start on the Configure side. And then later on, we'll refine our GPT by going to the Create side and basically having a conversation with the brains behind our custom GPT and tell it to change certain things. So once we're on the Configure page, the name, you just put whatever you want to. Description, totally ignore it. Now, the important thing down here is the instructions. And on this page, you'll see there's a ton of different options. The only thing you need to worry about is the instructions. The instructions are basically how we are going to build the brain of your custom GPT. We're going to tell it what it needs to know, what it needs to produce, and who it's going to produce that for, both in terms of you and your business, but more particularly, so that it creates stuff that connects with your target market, with your ideal client. So for the instructions, in the document below this video, there is a copy and paste, very in-depth set of instructions to put here. I'm going to copy it right here, and I'm simply going to paste it in that instructions box right there. At this point, all you're going to do is go to anywhere there is parentheses, and you are going to fill in information about you and your business. And the more information that you put, the better. So things like where you're located, when you opened up, anything specific and special about your business, put it at the end of that first paragraph. Or anything specific or special about your ideal client, fill it in that box. So once you do that, you'll see as you scroll through the instructions, it's a very detailed, very structured guide on how we want your custom GPT to make content. We want it to produce content that is properly formatted, not just like a block of bad, ugly text, but also engaging so people actually read the things you produce. So once you've customized this, once you put your information in the instructions, you're gonna click Create. Once you click Create, this box is gonna come up. If you wanna share this with other people, go on anyone with the link, but most likely it's gonna be just you using it because it's essentially your AI assistant. So change that option to only me and then click Save. And then you can view the GPT right here, but we're not done making this custom GPT. So we're gonna go back, we're gonna click the name at the top, and we're gonna go to Edit GPT. So here's where we're gonna go to the Create side. So in the configuration, when we set that up, we worried about the structure, the types of content, and making sure it provided value with everything that it created. In the Create part, we are gonna train this custom GPT to sound like you in every single thing that it produces. So you're gonna copy and paste the prompt in the screen into that text box right there. This prompt is also in the PDF below, so don't worry if you don't catch it right here. So with that prompt, we are basically telling ChatGPT to analyze your writing style and then only produce things that sound like it's written in that exact writing style, writing tone, and also using the way you use words and punctuation. So after that prompt, you have two options. You can either copy and paste a bunch of your previously written content into the text box below, or you can upload that writing sample document by clicking this paperclip right here. As your document's uploading, that pink thing is going to spin. Once it turns into basically a page, just click upload and you're going to see your custom GPT analyze everything that you've written and then teach itself how to apply that to everything it produces. And once it's finished there, just click update. It's going to update itself. It's going to retrain itself on the lesson we just gave it. And then it's only going to follow the instructions that you put in that create box. And that's genuinely it. With those two prompts that you can copy and paste, you now have a personal content assistant that will write whatever you want, whenever you want, and do it in like 1/25th of the time that you could possibly do it. So this is really where you start to see the power of AI and the value of AI for people who have to do things for a living. Because applications like this are going to save you time, but they're also going to allow you to produce more good work so you can constantly prove yourself on the battlefield that is business in 2024. So make sure you download the PDFs below. I would highly advise to rewatch this video as you're setting up your custom GPT. And if you have anything you need to tweak after you've built it, you're just going to go back into that edit screen, go to create, and essentially tell the GPT how you want it to behave. Like if it's using a lot of exclamation points, you can simply say, never use exclamation points. If it's using a word you don't like, or it's saying, per my last email, or whatever phrase you don't like, simply go in and tell it not to say that, and then update it. It will listen to every single update you make, and it will apply every single rule you give it.